Good morning. Welcome to Satsang. If you took this path of searching who you are, it's not to remain all your life on this path. It is to see more and more the urgency to realize yourself. And it's very easy if you don't give power to your mind. We are used because when we experience something, let it be in the realm of the body or the emotions or the mind, when we experience something, we say, it's true, I experienced that. You may have experienced that, but it has not a nature of trueness. It goes on changing. It's never the same. And when it's the same, it becomes an obsession. And one suffers. So know what's the mind. And then, from where you can see that, from where you left the mind, that's what you search, that's what you are. You don't need an intellect not to listen to the mind, you need fire and the motivation of, I have to this life to free myself. Why? Nobody knows, but it can come. So that will make it. Any question, any sharing, welcome. It's your space as much as mine. Don't tell me that you don't have a question. Very good.
Thank you.
Can you take the...
Thank you for the words. For me, be free of the mind, it's different levels, it seems to me. Maybe at times I can be free of my mind when I'm hurting my toe. Maybe I can be free. But when maybe enormous sorrow or depression or... And then I'm thinking, then I go to maybe psychological tools.
Sure.
I think my question is that okay to go to psychological tool?
You cannot help. You need help, so you do it.
Yeah.
You cannot help. But you see, I started like this. Of course, this world is dual. And probably the period of time is quite a thing nowadays. I mean, it's strong. Strong. So the challenges are strong, it looks like. So, of course, you can help this way. It's a bit like allopathy. You see, it may help for a while, but you have not touched the root, which is not only to try to deal with whatever comes to you with the mind, but I said it's urgent you realize yourself. Whose mind? That is the direction for it. The mind of whom? Who am I? And of course, you help yourself side by side in this manifestation in a certain way. But don't you have also time to dedicate a moment to the real nature of things, to what is, to the substratum of things. It's a kind of description, probably not accurate, but it's a pointing. Did I reply?
It's almost for me like it's not a competition, but it's almost like when I'm really depressed as a person, which happens, when I can watch that, it's almost like, yes, I made it, you know? Like then I'm on the top of that.
Yeah, because you objectified. You have been objectifying, so you are not what you objectify. In that way, it gives you a sense of relief. So, what is your question?
I think the question was about when it really is hurting as a person. Because I feel like I've been searching all my life, and I never get to I don't even know, it's not a goal, I know it's not a goal, but it's like I never get to the thing because sometimes the person just slaps me, and I know the person slaps, but it's like I don't get out of the slap too quickly. So the question is, it's not a question, it's just hearing your words about my reflections, I guess.
If you search all your life, which made you come to Satsang, so it is this kind of search, the ontological search, no? What's my being? What's real? Or something like that. Is it neat? Is it?
Yeah, now in the beginning it was not. In the beginning it was.
No, but now.
Yes.
No. Yeah, okay. So that doesn't need time. You you think you didn't realize it. Why do you think so? You are already it. The only thing is that you want to sense it, you want to experience it, you want to figure it out. That will never come. It doesn't mean you are not it. Okay. And the person has his own destiny in this life. And you get help if you need help, you get help. One has to struggle with that. But it has nothing to do with the peep in what I am. So that's what I say, even though you may not have realized, but now you can see. It, of course you are it. So you have not even to realize it in the sense, in the understanding of the mind. I forgot what I wanted to say. I totally forgot. Yeah, and that itself, you see, it's like the manifestation your manifestation, your world is stirred up. So of course there is a lot going on. So take the help wherever it is, but never forget to give a moment to nothing. That will help. Never in a way we think so. But it does.
When you say don't give a moment to nothing,
Give a moment.
Give a moment to nothing. Never mind. I will not answer. Thank you.
Elle va traduire en anglais pour moi. C'est
Ah,
OK.
oui, oui, bien sûr.
Tu as parlé de ne pas suivre le mental et
Tu
de ne pas suivre le mental et de développer le feu pour justement ne pas le nourrir et le suivre. Et en fait, pour moi, ça demande une force énorme. Des fois, tu vois, de ne pas le suivre. C'est comme s'il y avait une lutte, tu vois, au-dedans. Et du coup, ça me fatigue.
can you translate?
She said that you speak about the fire we have to have inside, to not give food to the mind. But she say for her it's very difficult because has her too much power to fight against this mind, and so she's very tired about that. So the question is how to find this fire inside.
To attach to yourself the nothing. You cannot create yourself this fire. Give space to it. It's there, you see. It creates universes. It's there. But you cover it by so many expectations and beliefs. And don't worry, in this manifestation, we are all in the big battle. In India, they call it the Mahabharata. And strangely enough, the heroes are, it's a way to say, free beings. And still the battle. And the battle is probably more because they are there. So it's unavoidable. If this body is still alive, this body belongs to the creation, isn't it? The individual belongs to the creation. Il faudra dire. That's what I say, urgently. Keep quiet. Just a second is enough. It's not even enough, but you cannot stop more than that, because the creation is very powerfully presenting itself. But it is enough. Everybody is it. Don't ask me what. Everybody. So don't speak anymore of I didn't realize. Of course, you will never realize with the body, the mind, and the heart of emotions. Never. So just lose that foolish, painful belief. That's why they say it's not an experience. It's very true. You have experiences only, sensual experiences, emotional experiences, conceptual experiences, spiritual experiences. It's not an experience. Nobody is there who is able to own it. Just know that. Will you search once you hear this? Will you search more?
No.
Ah, because when you search, it's because you want to still feel it and so on. Very good. Oh, I want to feel it. Yes.
Hello Ganga,
Hi, Clément.
I have a question. How to see experientially that we are unborn, our veritable nature is unborn?
So you will never see it. It's when you stop to want to see. Where are you?
Yes, it's a desire.
If you entertain this desire, if you feed that desire, you will never make it.
Yes, okay.
Imagine, even the knowledge I am unborn is only a knowledge. It helped to shake the strong, unquestionable belief I am born. In that way, it's a great tool.
I have another question. All this universe is like the appearance of the mind. How to see this experientially and not just conceptually?
All CD?
This experientially
Yeah.
and not conceptually.
Tu as compris? I didn't understand. Dis un peu en français.
Voir que ce monde, tout l'univers est une apparence du mental.
No, but you know, don't work in trying to make your sight better, more true. You will not. You have to question who is the seer. And then, naturally, you may get some self-knowledge, understanding what's what.
Okay.
Don't do first, I try to get the correct knowledge and then I go to the real thing. No. Urgently, I have no good words, see who you are. And then those questions may not bother you anymore. Yeah.
Thank you. I just realized I just need to come forward. It's the first time that
Yeah.
I'm following Moji Baba.
I guessed. You are soft.
Yes.
It's good. But you have guts, I hope. We can be soft with guts. Because here, you need guts not to follow your mind. Yeah?
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
So what's your question?
It's just what you said about I feel this that so there is a specific thing for me and it's I feel like the mind wants to see the self outside of the body, like this experience.
Yeah,
Because
oneness, to experience oneness or something.
Again, yes, because yes, because the separate self is very much just inside the body and is located in the body. And
Separateness, yeah.
yeah, and
the separateness is
yeah.
to believe I am this body mind.
Yes.
Huh? Yeah, that is the separateness.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a thought, isn't it? Maybe it looks like a big, strong thought, but it's just a thought. When you sleep, that thought is not there. So it's a thought. Yes or no?
Yes, it's like
whatever, even if it is for a moment, doesn't appear and appeared before, it's a thought. Nothing more than that.
Yes, maybe the only difficulty with this, like when a sleep comes, it's no consciousness about the body is not here.
Yeah, you should not. I mean, it's just yogic practice. It doesn't mean anything. Unless you want to be a yogi, sure. It's only the person who wants to be aware of. And if the person sleeps, let him sleep, the poor one. Don't make it again, oh, I have to be, or I am, or I will be one day aware of my sleep. No attainment. Nothing which is not here just now is valuable in the sense of the search of who you are. Because they are all then experiences, they will go on changing, and they will make you more beliefs, they will give you more beliefs, and then you will be more lost in the search. So where are you left after all this blah blah? Just very good. You cannot catch anything. Very good direction.
Thank you. Thank you for this space and the words. You begin the satsang by saying like, don't tell me that there are no questions. And I heard that, and there are questions arose, but also your voice arose. Keep quiet, which means seen. So this being doing a good job ever since. So questions may arise, but it's not my question. Let me put it in those words. Then you just said a few sentences back, like you have to have guts or something, because when you looked at me, a question arose, and I thought like, I cannot really ask that. And then you said something about having guts, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ask that question. You said, or at least as I understand, like the belief of not being it keeps you in separation.
Yeah.
Then the question arose, coming to satsang, is that also feeding my disbelief of being separate?
It's the search which makes you come to satsang. But then what is satsang? Is just to make you stop to search. Now, if you keep your shoes coming here, means if you keep your mind with you in satsang, of course, then you are not really in satsang. You are in satsang, but you are still learning what's all about, what's all this thing, what is it meant, which is, of course, we spent, it depends on everyone, but generally years into this kind of understanding, especially that satsang never gives a clue of what it is.
But the right directions. And I hear your answer, and thank you so much.
Okay. Satsang, in fact, it is to weaken the mind, who always wants to understand and brings you in some directions and all that. It is to give a chance that, you may not go there. Are you still searching?
In a way, yes. In a way, no. Like I said, I feel my whole body's trembling. It's really strange. I can really observe it, but I don't know why. In a way, I clearly hear your voice when there's a search to like be quiet and I don't get engaged with it. But there are also times when I'm hearing this voice, but I'm engaged with it and I think I'm not searching, but I can.
You know,
If that makes sense.
I asked you this question because there is this amazing saying which came from Papaji, and I tell it, I like it very much. It's don't land anywhere. So when you hear this, or whenever you search, you have new understanding. So it looks like you make progress, you have new insights, and so on. But it is still in the realm of the mind, of the seeker. And in the end, with all the pointing, you land on non-understanding. Yeah, I know now, I will never understand. I am it. But it's a knowledge. And that's why you still search in a way. So don't even land on any finding, because then you feed the someone, the seeker, again, or the finder, but you feed someone. So don't make it an understanding.
Let it all go and be quiet, like you said. Maybe this question also came because I heard you in a satsang, which I heard on YouTube. I think you said something like people usually come to satsang when they are not feeling well, or their mind is troubling them, and etc. And I was thinking about that. I was like, no, I don't have those things. I just enjoy coming to satsang. So
Welcome.
of course, I there's not the sense that I've been realized it yet, but then I think, okay, it's a thought, but it's being dualistic between those thoughts, huh? So here I am. I just enjoy being in satsang.
Don't trust your feeling. Who tells you, I am not yet realized. It's just a feeling. Not true.
Thank you.
But then don't jump on, I am realized. Yeah.
It just came up to say it.
Yeah.
That if it is true that if I don't refer myself as the body, that I am actually placeless.
You cannot locate yourself? You mean that?
Yes.
It looks like. It's your experience?
Yeah, it cannot be So what you say, it cannot be an experience.
It is an experience, not to be located. Doesn't matter. No. Know that knowledge will not do too. And just drop it. It's better to see a cat is a cat, I tell you. Because you see, you would have again bind yourself. Oh, I'm not located, but I cannot really say it. I will not, because I know it's not an experience, and you know very well that this is an experience, but you want to boycott it and say it's not an experience. Better, cat is a cat. Then you're freed, because you see the cat. You are no more the cat. So don't be with compassion with your mind. That's why I said guts.
Yes, I feel I really need these guts. This.
Yes, I will give you some guts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Yes, please. Could you take? I don't hear.
When we talk now, I think like being realized should always look like something for me.
Yeah,
Like,
it will not look like anything, and
I
it
know.
looks like everything. You
know.
are realized. Look at this. Only as I look.
But it's a never-ending loop. Going
No, no.
for
It
me.
is never ending when you still believe. Maybe believe less, but still, when there is no more belief, where is the loop? Even the loop is not taken, so.
Because when you spoke here earlier, I always thought about being realized should feel good.
No!
I know.
No!
I know.
It's a spiritual golden carrot. Eat it. No. Realize yourself urgently so that nothing. Life will continue its way as it wishes.
A little bit of trust
For what?
for life, speaking.
Trust is always a good attitude. But you see, you have to trust that whatever comes out is what had to come out. Generally, it's never as you think. Maybe for the best. The life is a big mystery. Who you are is not a mystery. It's just absolutely you are it, unknown. Life is a big mystery. Leblanc, Monsieur Leblanc.
When I'm quiet, I know I'm quiet.
Yeah.
And if I don't know who is quiet, where am I?
Let me see.
It's still an experience. Where am I?
Do you feel it's an experience?
I don't know.
No. I ask you now. What is an experience? You have an experience of what?
According to what I've listened from you today.
Yeah, but why don't you listen to yourself also?
Yes, but I'm trying to.
Okay,
I
to
was
come
really
back.
trying to listen to myself.
Okay, tell me.
Then, when I'm quiet, My mind knows I'm quiet.
Yes, your mind knows is quiet and enjoys it a lot.
A lot.
But
But
the quietness is an effect of being.
yes.
Bas.
But if I don't know who's quiet,
That was to come to quietness. Dear, it's no needed. You are troubling the whole thing. No, don't ask who am I and all those things once you are. Obviously, I mean. They are tools. They are not to keep in your bed when you sleep. If you believe, you see that to keep quiet, to have a quiet mind, is it? You will come again in satsang to hear something that you don't know, you think so. Nothing that you can know, is it? Or everything that you can know is an aspect of it. So an aspect, it's taken by the mind, so it's limited with time and space. So once you know that, is there any question? The question arises and looks important if you think that my quiet mind is that. Then of course the quiet mind will not stay longer. So what? Again you have to search to have a quiet mind, to so-called be yourself. All these are creations, infinite creations. So looking like this, looking like this, looking like this. Who are you? And don't think of it, just be where the question dies. Ramana, he was sitting quiet, he was not asking himself, who am I, who am I, who am I? It just, if a seeker asked, then he said, that good tool, that direction. He was no more obsessed by who am I. It's a tool. Oh, I thought you were throwing it.
Thank you.
Hello.
just feel this quietness.
Yeah.
And but still I feel this, like this, I'm not sure, like I'm not sure, like these thoughts, like it's not sure, like I
It's
don't
what?
know. It's I even don't.
Not sure, you mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
like not sure. Maybe it's an.
But it doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
quiet or not. It's just the manifestation.
Mm.
So the point is not to be quiet. It is a gift. It's beautiful in life to be able to be quiet. But it's about being. Being that doesn't have any dress. Quietness is a dress.
No.
Nice you have it. But don't believe it's it.
Yeah.
Not so. Then you are no more deluded. And then it doesn't matter if it presents itself this way, that way. It matters when you are too much troubled.
Mm.
Of course, no doubt about it. But then who you are, since you gave a glimpse into it, will wake you up. But at least not to give you confusion. Oh, you are not quite, that's then you lost yourself.
Mm.
No.
Yeah. So it's like a call to, like I feel that more and more I feel that I don't need to manage the life, but still like by the, I don't know.
You can manage, but who manages? Maybe not you. But be first sure of not to search anymore who you are. Solve that. Is it solved? You can have the guts to reply.
Yeah.
Is it solved?
I feel when I see.
Don't feel.
Yeah.
In the feeling you will not. In the feeling, you are in the feeling then.
Yeah.
You are somebody in the feeling.
Yeah.
So be uncompromised with yourself. You have a feeling, even a feeling to, finally I'm free, liberated. It's a feeling.
Mm.
What does it point out? That's what you are. Nothing wrong with the feeling. What a gift. But it will not last. It will visit you as a feeling.
Yes.
That's all.
Yes.
Nobody on this planet will have a feeling I am free, enlightened all the time. It's a lie.
Mm.
You are yourself all the time. Before birth, in the life, after birth, maybe. But as a feeling, as an experience, everything is in time. Enlightenment is a pointing to what is not in time. Nobody knows. Nobody can know that because we are born. But for some reason, there is a moment where you see, I am it. And that's enough for life. It has not to be repeated. If it is repeated, it was in the memory then again, an experience again.
Yes, I feel this moment was so clear at some point, and then
Because you
but
make it a feeling.
yeah.
Be careful. If it is a feeling, it will go. You can't help it. It may come as a feeling this way and all that. But no, it's a feeling. It's not who I am. Who I am, I am already it, and it provokes that feeling. And it provokes to change the feelings. Yeah.
Thank you.
I have to see what. Just a second. Oops. Okay. Yes.
So, samadhi is like a golden carrot for the yogi.
Yes, it's so nice. You have to make effort to maintain it. And even if you have a moment of or arrive to no effort, you have to put all your being into something, samadhically something.
It's the quietest state of mind.
Probably
No?
it's another state of mind than normal. Sure. It's one of those deep layers of the mind where you even feel you are not there and so on. But it's an experience.
Well, I can see it was a goal here. It's funny because yesterday I read something about Ramana and Lakshmi, the cow.
Yeah, tell
and
me.
that she kept coming to the ashram,
Yeah.
and at some point he was reading, and he told her not now, and then she insisted.
It's so sweet.
And he put his head on hers, and she went in samadhi.
Yes, I know my dog also. He fell into samadhi.
No, but I realized it was not clear until today what samadhi was exactly.
Ah, yeah.
I mean,
It's a state.
I can see it was like a goal to reach, to
yes,
be.
I know. Those teachings. Yes, this is the thing. You see, those teachings, for them, this is the realization of being.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
for them, who?
For those who work on samadhi and all that, or who work on spiritual realms to attain and so on, they think it's what it said in the Advaitic way.
Yeah.
It is not.
That's what I thought.
It is not. Now you choose what you prefer. It doesn't matter at all. I mean, but I cannot go there because for me it's a state. Yeah.
Thank you.
And even my dog had that state.
Yeah, lucky
even
one.
Lakshmi the cow at that state.
Yeah. I hope I eat this carrot.
You want to eat that carrot?
No, just before what you said before in Satsang, just eat that golden carrot, meaning that it doesn't retain, nothing lands with it, something.
It was a joke.
I know.
It's indigest, a golden carrot. There was a story of Papaji, if I remember well. He was in the jungle, not far from the Ganga, and he met a yogi there in the jungle. And he was a kind of hermit. He had his trident. And I don't know, I was not there, so I don't know how they approach each other, but in the end, the yogi said, my master died, and he taught me everything he could, and I attained that. But he told me while leaving the body, you still need to meet a master for the last, for the ultimate jerk or something. And so he was telling that to Papaji. So Papaji said, throw your trident in the Ganga. He looked at him and understood that must be the one. And he did it. He did it. Yeah. Throw your state of feeling so quiet and enlightened into the Ganga. What's left?
I have a question, but
Please.
okay, very nervous to ask.
No, it's okay.
Talk about the golden carrot again, and
Yeah.
I feel like often it feels more safe to follow a carrot because you think you're making this progress, or the mind finds some sense of safety, maybe,
Yeah, sure.
instead of the state of being and just life, because it's
Yes,
just
I
life.
understand. Yeah, yeah,
And
sure.
so it comes sometimes to me a lot of maybe overwhelm
Mm.
or like, whew, to just sit and let the life. So I don't know if anyone shares that, but
Yeah.
so I find myself sometimes chasing the carrot because it feels more.
Yeah, it's a support.
Yeah.
The carrot, there is nothing wrong as a support, but at some point that support will tell you yourself, you know, it depends on what you search also. But if you search who you are, that carrot, that golden carrot, which is the guru, the golden carrot tells you, there is no carrot. There was never a one, because you are yourself already. But you could not take it directly. If you hear that in the beginning of your search, some take it, but it's rare. You cannot take it. You will make it a something and you search and so on. But now maybe you hear. You have not to run anywhere. And when you run, know that you run. It doesn't matter. Because you know the nature of it then. Hmm? Okay.
Thank you.
Ah, nice.
Ganga, you asked a question. What is left?
Yeah.
And I was given an answer, and it's 3 seconds after your mind stops, the heart is still leaving the body. I was told it's a pentagon inside your heart, where it's 3 seconds later the death than in the brain.
It's the death of beliefs, don't worry. So, you have a practice. No, tell me, it doesn't, I mean, it's great. You have a practice.
I have a practice.
Mm-hmm. Attends, you put it there. Yes?
Yes.
And what it offers you, what it says that it will offer you. It's to go where, this practice?
It's to go from the newborn to the one that's already in the new incarnation.
It's what? No, tell me I didn't. What you do that practice to reach what? I didn't understand, you just tell me.
The practice is overcoming fear, and it's the fear of dying in front of a master.
The goal of the practice is to have fear, to die? No, that's not the goal. That's what your experience gives you that, because of some beliefs. So you don't know the goal of your practice?
Who am I?
You must be sure. You just made it up now. If you make a practice, at least know the goal. And I tell you, here there is no practice. And yet there is a very, 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 it will look like very difficult practice. It is not to follow the directions of your mind. Because what is the goal of that? So that you have a glimpse of what is, of what you really are, but not as an individual. That's the goal. It's clear. So, if you want to have a practice, make sure to know where you reach. Know the goal of it. And don't figure it out according to the context, something. If you search for who you are, is it? You're searching for who you are?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would drop everything what I know. And if you still need a support, the support is I am not what I experience. Not this, not that. Or who am I? And you just stay a split second where that question disappears. That is a very direct practice because it doesn't lead you anywhere out of yourself. It just shows that you are already that. Now if you search something else, do what you think is good for you. Yes.
So there is still this and that.
You are not obliged, but if you need a support, that's a good support because it doesn't bring you again and again and again in the mind. It is as you like. Maybe just be clear of what you want to realize this life. And according to that, you follow that path. You may take some time to know, but it will be very useful to know. That's it? Don't go from here with the same luggage than when you came in, at least. So it's not too late. Ah, yes.
So in the realization that I am that, then there is no more desires for anything really.
No, there is no more desires to try to know it.
And also the contentment then leaves a space of peace with searching for things in the life.
Sometimes.
Yeah. And
I said 2 bullets. I shoot 2 bullets, you didn't take it. Why? Why? because you came with a belief of permanency in this manifestation. Some sign, some permanent sign will show up. And I shot it. And it was like it didn't reach. Why? Because you want to keep your belief. Then why you ask the question? When you ask a question, is at least to take the risk to lose a belief. What made the question? Just to make you aware. We can continue our dialogue.
Yeah. I was asking, there has been a space of feeling now what to do, now what to. I'm like I must do something here
in the life. You mean?
Yeah, and then the mind is, but there is not the feeling to do anything actually. But the mind is fighting. To pay the bill and make this. And
better pay the bill. That's
Grace.
right.
Then you'll no money, and then if on the street, then you're gonna die. But there is no real desire to do anything anymore. But still, their mind is.
That's to be foolish, I tell you. Pay your bill. do what your life tells you to do. It has nothing to do, no? It doesn't mean you lose yourself if you pay your bill, you know?
No, that there's...
Or be a rebel, but then you have to live in some jungle.
Yeah, but there's the mind is constantly fighting to pull back into the...
the mind is meant. Mind is the cycle. So, of course, when it appears, you go into a cycle. Sure. There is no way out till you die.
How to manage that space?
I tell you, still a moment of being. It's always available, it's always here, but for that, you have not to be busy with your questions and answers. So not to be busy with your mind. Just for a split second, break. The cycle is an appearance. It's a creation of what you are. You have no power there. It continues. But you are free to not to belong, not to belong to it. Your body will nearly constantly, except it's broken by some quiet moments that you allow yourself. But don't expect that any creature, any being who is born will attain anything permanently. The wisdom, you see, it's not a wisdom that you acquire. It's a wisdom that is fresh any moment you allow not to be in your mind. And that's available.
Like many of the great teachers and sages, they were not also engaged into
they were monks
jobs
generally. They
living
were monks
in the city and cooking their food and had many people doing all these things for them. You know, it's a different way to stay.
I say, but that's what I say. The essential, they say it. Now, of course, the way, it's like Ramana. It was the same as those ancient ones. If they describe their life, it will be in a monk way. I mean, quite sattvic and quite quiet and so on. But it's true that everybody is it. So why not the busy people? Why not those who are engaged in life? one has to show also that it's possible, and it is possible, but the way you will speak of your life will be different than them. Of course, your circumstances are different. That's why I dare to say there is no permanent quietness in the being who has seen himself necessarily. It depends on which circumstance you put yourself. Now, if I am a sadhu at Rishikesh, I will have a much, I guess, unless I'm busy with stupid little things I have not to miss the time to go to the ashram for my food and so on. But I mean, it's a much quieter life than this kind of life. So it really means the way you describe the life, the way you describe how you live the life is not that. Doesn't mean anything about who you are. Because spirituality brings that trap. Once you know you are, you will live in a certain way. Bullshit! And it doesn't mean that the one who says, yes, I live in a more saintly way, because his circumstance may be like this for that one. But for me, I speak of me now, for example, it's not like this. And to know who I am is not shaken for an inch. So it has nothing to do with stories.
Very good.
Yeah. Be relieved. And what is painful is to see that often it is taught you have to live this way, which will be a sign of your realization of the self. Poor disciples. Again, I will say, how a lion could live like a giraffe. No. No. All this has to be swept. Any belief will not do. Any belief. That's all. So be free to speak as you need to speak. At least there is no lie, and no pretension, and no attainment. So thank you very much.